This read aloud was granted permission by the authors of this week's children's story. Thank you.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to another video on Angel's Storytime. Today I have a wonderful story for you all called Meet the Tayberries, written by David D. Ruiz and Aiyana Ruiz, illustrated by Jada Ruiz.
Got a lot to read, got a lot to see. Let's look into the eyes of the book. Got a lot to read, got a lot to see. Let's look into the eyes of the book. Lot to read, got a lot to see. Let's look into the eyes of the book. Got a lot to read, got a lot to see. Let's look into the eyes of the book. It's Angel Story Time. Angel Story Time. It's Angel Story Time. Angel Story Time.
Produce Hill, here we come, Dad said as we waved goodbye to our home in Nutrition City. Aren't you guys so excited for all the new friends you'll meet? Mom asked. No, my little brother Trey snapped back. I'm going to miss my old friends too much. We pulled up to a big, beautiful house. Dad even set up a soccer goal already. We'll come back to visit them, and you can invite them over to our new house whenever you want, Mom assured him. But maybe your next best friend is waiting for you here in Produce Hill. Want to play, Trey? I offered. I thought it would be a good way to break in the new place. Trey loves sports. We both noticed some kids around his age outside kicking a soccer ball back and forth. A broccoli, an apple, and a carrot kid, but they had no net. Or better yet, why don't you invite them over here to play with you? Let's just go and pack our stuff, he said. What? You don't want to show them your skills? I asked him. Trey didn't answer. He looked nervous, but I couldn't figure out what was wrong. He bolted inside. I followed him inside and caught him before he reached his room. Trey, what's going on? They were staring at us, he responded, not in a good way. We're just new in town, I said. Maybe they just wanted to see their new neighbors. Trey shook his head. We're different here, Tay-Tay, and they can tell. He went into his room. I went back outside and thought about the kids we saw. A carrot, a broccoli, and an apple, and their families, the carrots, the broccoli, and the apples. Trey was right. We were different. We were the only mixed fruit family in Produce Hill. Suddenly, a light bulb went off in my head. That happens sometimes when I get a really good idea. We introduce ourselves to the town all at once. Once everyone understands us, they won't be confused and give us funny looks. Then maybe Trey will be comfortable enough to play with the other kids. I went to Travis's room to ask for his help. Travis is an artist. He's always drawn something anyway, so I thought we should put his talents to good use. Once I told him what happened, he knew it wasn't like Trey to shy away from new friends or a good game. He knew we had to help our little brother, so he agreed to help me make flyers for my plan. While Travis finished up the flyers, I asked Mom and Dad if it would be okay to invite families in the neighborhood over that night for a formal introduction. That's a brilliant idea, Tay-Tay, Mom exclaimed. Sure, we can do that. It'll be a nice way to meet our neighbors, but we're gonna be busy settling in, so you'll have to invite everyone, Dad said. I spent the afternoon meeting my new neighbors and inviting them to our event. Over and over again. Hi everyone, thank you for coming. My name is Tayberry, but you can call me Tay-Tay. My mom is a red raspberry and my dad is a blackberry, so my brothers and I are a mixed fruit called a Tayberry, I explained to my new neighbors. I'm the oldest of my siblings, and as you can probably tell, I love to make new friends. I'm in my school's theater program, I write poetry, and I sing, I told them. I had a lot of really cool friends back in Nutrition City, where we used to live. Olivia Orangelo, Lydia Limquat, and Brianna Broccoflower, to name a few. There were a lot of mixed fruit and vegetables there, I continued. My brother Travis is pretty quiet when you first meet him, I told everyone. He keeps to himself, but he's a really good friend when you get to know him. And he is a great artist. He made the flyers we handed out today. Several of our new neighbors complimented Travis on his artwork. That brings me to our youngest brother, Trey, I said, and waved him over. With Travis's encouragement and his soccer ball in hand, he finally seemed ready. Without words, Trey showed the neighborhood just how he won all his soccer trophies. I helped break the ice, but immediately after that magical kick, Trey was making friends easily. It was clear my job was done, and Trey was back to his old self. Actually, it wasn't long before this little introduction turned into a party. It turned out Travis wasn't the only artist in the neighborhood, and I wasn't the only singer. Even my parents found new friends. Trey and I ended the night in his room, playing around some more. He felt so good after the get-together that he even told me he was excited to start school and meet more new friends. It turned out that the day we moved to Produce Hill was a really great day. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's Read Aloud on Meet the Tayberries. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. God bless. A message from the author. Every child deserves to feel seen, heard, and celebrated. Meet the Tayberries was born from that belief, a simple story with a powerful truth. Our differences aren't barriers, they're bridges that connect us. As parents, we know the stories we share shape how our children see the world and themselves. When we read with them, we're not just turning pages, we're planting seeds of empathy, understanding, and pride in who they are and where they come from. Thank you for sharing this moment with your child. Thank you for choosing stories that celebrate every shade, every culture, and every unique voice. Together, we can raise a generation that embraces others not in spite of their differences, but because of them, knowing that love and respect will always be the common thread.